Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Berdel Warrior here with Go Higher Mindset Marketing. And it is a beautiful day. It's kind of cool, just the right weather for November 10th. Hey, Aubrey. Okay, so here I am, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. I'm in this over here in this by these rocks. Okay, so here we go. So today I have on there the power of attitude. That's a deep one, the power of attitude. So as I was doing some work last night and I was going to YouTube and I saw Dr. Miles Monroe and he was talking about attitude. Hey Orlando, I hope you're having a super awesome day. Thank you for stopping by. So let's get to our topic here. So he was talking about attitude. So in creation, God identified with two animals. One animal is an eagle, and the other animal is a lion. Okay, so if you think about the two, God, I believe he's one of his two favorite animals will be those. So if you think about it, one is I would say, has the kingdomship of the bird kingdom, and then the lion is the kingdom, he's a king in his kingdom, right? So if you think about it, okay, so if you think about leadership, think about the eagle, ones that has he's the kingdom, I would say he's the king of the birds, one in the air, and the lion is the king on earth, in his kingdom, in his jungle, right? So if you think about those two leadership, okay, you got the eagle, you got the lion, okay? So if you think about those, you can find a lot of the attitude within those two animals. I got a branch that's coming in here. I got a lot. Okay, so if you think about it. So if you look at those two animals, I'm trying to get my lighting right over here, ladies and gentlemen. So like I said, the eagle is the king of the bird kingdom, and then the lion is the king of the animal kingdom. So with these two leadership, it makes a big difference between whether or not people are going to follow you, right? So if you think about the lion, let's think about the lion here. Okay, so when we think about the lion and spirit, the lion spirit is the leadership. Okay, we're referring to the spirit of the lion. We're referring to that as the attitude of the lion. Okay. So if you think about the lion is not the tallest animal in the jungle, right? He's not the heaviest animal, and he's not the smallest, and he's not the most intelligent animal within the jungle, okay? So when you think about the lion and he's walking, and a lion has a unique walk to his step. The way it seems like sometimes when you look at the videos in nature and you see him walking, he takes his time and he takes his steps and he just knows hey, I'm the king. He knows he's the king. And so when the animals see him, what do? They run away, right? They run away. So Dr. Miles, he had this favorite quote on there. He says, any army of sheep led by a lion will always defeat an army of lions led by a sheep. Let me repeat that again. Any army of sheep led by a lion will always defeat an army of lion led by a sheep. I hope that makes sense. So if you think about it, when we think about leadership, we want to transform. If someone is like a coward, if they within the right leadership, that leader can make that person from a coward into a violent warrior. Okay, if you think about it, it's just an attitude that the leader would bestow upon that individual. So the right kind of leader can transform a timid person into a bold person who becomes fearless. Okay, so think about that. So our leadership is powerful. Okay, leadership is powerful. And then, so for instance, if you think about it, you can walk into a camp, a leader can walk into a camp of depressed people. And then, say for instance, he stays there for like maybe 20 minutes. He can turn those depressed people into unbelievable, a powerful army. Think about it. Leadership here. We're talking about leadership. Because leadership determines everything. Leadership determines everything that we do. So let's go back to the lion. The lion is the king of the jungle because of one word. His attitude. Remember I talked about how he walked. And, it's just something about a leader, the way he walks, the way he carries himself, the way he speaks. People's like, ready to go to battle for that leader. Think about it. So a lion has a different attitude that make every animal fear him, right? Think about it for a minute there. Okay, we think about the lion. Think about the lion. Now, we don't. So when we think about the word fear, we're talking about respect. So let's get that out the way. So when we say fear, the lion will cause animals to be fearful of him. But when we're thinking about us as human, we're talking about self-respect. A lot of leaders have respect. A lot of people looked up to them and they respect them. So let's go back to the jungle. So if you think about an elephant, the elephant respects the lion. The hyenas respect the lion. The giraffe respect the lion. So what makes these massive animals respect the lion? Why? Because if you think about it, the lion is a small cat, okay? If you think about compared to those animals, right? So what is the difference? The difference is the attitude. Attitude is everything. The attitude, okay? For example, a lion will see an elephant, and what would come to his mind? What would come to his mind? Hey, Mark, what would come to a lion's mind when he see an elephant? It's like, lunchtime, right? So he can act upon that, right? He can act upon it because he sees lunchtime. It's lunchtime for him. Now, here is the mystery between with this elephant. The elephant is the largest and the biggest and the strongest and the most powerful and the heavier animal, okay? And he has more intelligence, okay? But when the elephant sees the lion, one word comes to the elephant. What is it? Oh, he's going to eat me, right? I'm the eater, right? He's going to eat me. So what's the difference here? The attitude. The attitude is a product of our belief. Isn't that something? Our attitude is a product of our belief. So you cannot have an attitude beyond your belief, okay? So what does that tell you? We need to work on that, okay? So your attitude comes from your belief system. So if you want to be a powerful leader, we need to just work on our belief system, okay? So like I said, the lion is the king because of what he believes about himself. Does that make sense? What he believes about himself. Okay, so here's a question. What do you believe about yourself? Are you a leader? Okay, only you can decide that. Are you a leader? Okay, do people respect you? Okay, can someone look up to you and say, hey, I'm going to follow you? Think about that for a minute. So as I conclude, ladies and gentlemen, we were born to be leaders, okay? Not followers, leaders. Think about the lion in the jungle. Think about the lion. He's not the heaviest, he's not the biggest, but he has an attitude, a belief system within himself that he's the king of the jungle, right? He's the king of the jungle. And here as Christian, as entrepreneur, we have to have that belief system that makes us who we are, that not that people will fear us, but people will respect us, okay? So if you think about 2 Samuel 17:10, you can find some notes on that. And then Proverbs 30, and it says, the lion, which is the mightiest among beasts, and does not turn back before any. Okay, and then, but this is the one that I like. Proverbs 28:1, it talks about the wicked flee when no one pursues, but the righteous are bold as a lion. Isn't that awesome? So as we as leaders, continue to be bold, continue to walk in the power that's been given you by our Creator. We were created to be owners. We were created to live an abundant life. We were created for greatness. We were created to let our light shine. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we continue to let our light shine today and throughout our life, okay, if this video was value to you, can you please like, comment, and share? Okay, I know someone out there probably need to think about or to change their attitude about leadership. We all are leaders. Sometimes people don't want to take a leadership role because the state is a lot more responsibility. Yes, as a believer, whether we are entrepreneur or a mom or a dad, we are leaders. We are born leaders, okay? Yes, we have to take responsibility for our own lives, right? If we don't, then who will? Isn't that something? If we don't, who will? If the husband, the chief of the home, don't take the responsibility of a leader, then who will? Okay, then maybe the mom will step in, right? But that's not her responsibility. If the man is in the home, he's the chief. He's the priest of the home, okay? And there's a lot of single people out there, I do agree. But still, a man was created to be the priest and the chief of the home. However, I was a single mom at one point. And so I stepped into those leadership role. So whether or not you're a single person or you're married, just continue to accept responsibility for your own life, okay? Take responsibility for our own life. And with that, by you taking responsibility, people will see that and wondering what is so different about you. Everything we do is about leadership. So why can't we just walk like that lion walked in the jungle and claim our leadership role? Okay, claim our leadership role. Whether you're a man or a woman, claim your right. That is your birthright. Okay. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, this is Berdel Warrior with Go Higher Mindset Marketing. You can also find me on Go Higher Warriors. Until tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, have a super awesome day and a weekend.